All right, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm gonna put together hopefully a ball peen hammer. I bought a handle. I think I paid 11 bucks for this, or 12 bucks. I got this out of the pawn shop about a year ago, and my wife wants a ball peen hammer for her tool bag, so this is what I'm gonna do. It's got a little damage there, I think. Can't tell what's wrong with it. I need to drill the head out real quick. We'll go to that, and then I think I'm gonna wire wheel it and then maybe blue part of it. I may blue the whole thing, I don't know yet. It's not a bad shape, looks in really good shape. Looks like whoever used it, of course, you know, when a handle breaks like that, they probably used it breaking something heavier than they should have been hitting on. Oh well, let's go to the vise and drill this out. Probably a T-bar off of a 3H hand T. Anyways, I save old parts like that just for this. Yeah, I am right. It was damaged right there. It looks like somebody's hit it. Boogered it up. Take the Dremel, clean that up. It's an old school wedge there. Probably reuse that. All right. Before I go to the wire wheel, that's really sharp. I'm gonna take the Dremel. See if I got it hooked up. Oh, and I use one of my favorite hammers, body hammer. I use it all the time. The reason I'm cleaning that up, I don't like sharp edges on my tools. Sometimes you grab it, you grab it by the head, you grab it wrong, or you hold it wrong, and something like that, it's like getting a paper cut. I hate that. So get rid of that sharp edge and then wire wheel it, see what it looks like. All right, I cleaned it up, run it over the wire wheel. I'm going to go ahead and run it over this fiber wheel. It's a fiber wheel, excuse me. This 1x30 fiber belt, and this belt is a medium grit, I believe. So, see what it looks like. I changed my mind. I'm gonna go ahead and run it over the fiber wheel I have over here. I'll show you here. This one, this 180. I think the grit on the fiber belt is 60 or around. Going to run it over this red fiber wheel, see what it looks like. The metal's got a lot of impurities, let's say. It's got some defects from the manufacturing. About the best way to make this really smooth would have been to put it on the belt sander with a heavier grade belt. I don't see a need in it. I'm playing, really. I'm trying to make it look nice, and it's just a hammer. I don't know why I'm going to the trouble. I'll just put it on the 2000 grit wheel and call it good, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna call that good. I'm gonna do both sides on the 2000, and then I'll just blue the center here. All right, while I was cleaning the head, I went ahead, I have found this chisel in my junk. It's a Craftsman 3/4 inch, made by Western Forge. I went ahead and cleaned it. I'm gonna blue it up the time I blew this handle. But what I'm gonna do now, on this handle it has a coating, and it's probably lacquer by the looks of it. Oh, that staple in the bottom of it. Anyways, I'm going to scrape all that off. And what I mean by scrape, I'm going to scrape it off like this with the razor blade, and then lightly sand it with some 220. And then when I get it done, when I get it all put together, then I'll use some boiled linseed oil on it. That way, because if you don't get this coating off, your linseed oil won't absorb and won't make your wood swell up. And that's part of setting the hammer. Anyways, now I gotta get the stupid sticker off too. I hate it when they do all this. Anyways, I guess that's the problem with buying new handles anymore. And I had a hard time finding a handle. This isn't the handle I was looking for. I was looking to make another different hammer, a 10 ounce. I think this is 16 ounce. But anyways, let me finish this, scraping it and cleaning it up. We'll come back. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm gonna clean the surfaces that I'm gonna blue. And what I'm using is this cold bluing. I like this stuff. It's a no rinse product. So I use it, and I pour a little bit into a, I guess this is called a pill cup or condiment cup, depending on what business you're working for. And I'll clean it off with some carb cleaner. You can use some denatured alcohol, but since I have the carb cleaner here handy, that's what I'll use. And it's just getting some of the black, any of the soot or dirt. And I'm sure my countertop's dirty, so, you know. It's cold bluing, it's not a gun barrel, it's not, you know, it's not a piece of art, it's not something that is gonna hang on the wall. My wife will probably beat jugs of ice with it, break things up with it, so I don't really care. You want to look decent. I put effort in it anyways. I'm gonna go ahead and blue this too while I'm here. Normally on the chisels, I like painting my chisels for some reason. I don't know, I've always had pretty good luck, but I'm gonna blue this one just for the heck of it. Practice. I usually keep one of these little artist brush, and that's what I use it for. It's just a blue. Now, I know somebody asked the hot blue, but I don't. First of all, my wife won't let me get close to the oven. So, and I thought about buying me and I have looked for one, just a convection oven, a small convection oven I could put on a shelf here in my shop that I could use to do some hot bluing. But you know, I got thinking about it. That's a lot of trouble. That's a lot of time and effort I really don't want to put into something. Cold bluing works for me. And you can paint these hammer heads. All you're doing is really protecting the finish. It's not that important. I mean, it's not like, and when you get it, I knew I'd do that. It'll it'll blue down on here, but I can quick polish that off. It's no big deal. It's taking bluing pretty quick, pretty good too. And normally what I do when I blue them, you're supposed to let it sit for 60 seconds and then wipe it dry. See, it's taking color good. I don't even remember where I got this chisel. It was just sitting there. I thought, what the heck, I might as well do something with it. So I cleaned it up, and the mushrooming on the end was real bad. The chisel part was actually really nice. I just barely touched it on the belt sander. All right, let's get a different towel here. I'm gonna have to change some towels out. These are getting nasty dirty. It's supposed to wipe dry. Boy, I got a lot of bluing on that polished area. So now I'm gonna have to go back and repolish. And you're supposed to take steel wool and burnish it. Here, let's, hang on, steel wool, where's my at? I'll show you. See how faded? Take a little steel wool and see how it brightens it up. Now, if you can take a brass brush in areas where you can't reach, it does the same thing. But you gotta be careful because the brass brush will take some of the finish off if you do it for too long. See? I'm gonna go ahead and give it another coat. Or there's a spot or two I noticed I missed. Yeah, there's a little spot there I missed. Just give it a little darker color. This will need another coat. Some parts did not take real well. That's it right there. See, finish. See how flat look, and then the bright shiny look. Cold bluing's easy. It's quick. It gives some protection to your tools. Obviously, if you leave it in the rain, it's going to rust anyways. But this is it's inexpensive, it's easy. And I like the finish it gives. I'll coat these with some oil when I'm done, but I'll show that here in a little bit. All right, let me go put another coat on these and we'll come back to it. All right, before I set the handle, I'm just coating it with some waste oil, some old, I think this is 10W or 5W30, just some old oil I came out of my truck. I'm just gonna let it soak. I'm putting it up by the rafters where the heater is and just let it warm up. I like doing this during the summertime because I put it on an old wore out black cookie sheet, baking sheet, let it sit in the sun, kind of let the oil bake into the metal. Really, I don't know if it really bakes in or not, but it makes it look better. Just to give everything a coat of oil, and then I'll set it tomorrow. Come back tomorrow and set the handle. Then I'll linseed oil the handle. It'll be ready to go. All right, guys. These has been soaking overnight. Chisel turned out nice, really nice. Took color real well. The oil, it's amazing how you think the oil would be slick, but once you wipe it off the metal, it's nice. Originally it was more blue, but after you leave the oil set on overnight, it's kind of warm too because it was sitting up near the heater. I had the heater on overnight because I don't like working in my shop when it's cold. So I left it sit at 61. I got it turned up to 78 now. So yes, for those of you, I do not like cold weather. Tried dying once in the cold, that sucks. For those of you who like cold weather, that's good for you. I don't. All right. That's gonna set good. Yeah, that's gonna set really good. The handle turned out, I got a little fingerprint oil prints on it, but here, let's just set the handle real quick. Oh yeah, that's set good. That's set real good. It's set so tight, I'm not gonna be able to get the shim in there, looks like. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do that. You know, I like this one better. This is an old school metal shim. I'll use this one. I like that one better. Think I need to trim this down just a little bit. I need to notch this here with the saw just to get it started. Let me do that and we'll come back. I didn't show where I pounded the wedge in there, the wood wedge. Now I'm going to put this in here, and this thing's tight. Holy smoke, this thing's tight. It doesn't look like, if you see it, this is rounded on the edge here and imperfected. This side is more concaved, I guess is the word. I don't know the word I could use, but this one it's not as formed as this side is. You can definitely see some of the mill marks. That's not for me because I milled it back here on this back side, but that's got to be from factory. Anyways, let's pound the wedge in. I tapped it in slightly at an angle just because I wanted to. Oh, that took some pounding. All right, that went in there good. That is in there. That is, I'm not getting a little out of breath beating that silly thing in there. I could have put it on the lower anvil. I was hammering up above. Should have went lower. But anyways, that doesn't matter. I'm gonna coat the handle with some linseed oil. Do this for the rest of the week. I got another handle that I'm working on right now, so I can do this while I'm doing that one. Actually, going to turn out to be a really nice hammer, a lot better than I thought it was going to be. If you guys run across any of these old oil cans like this, you got to pick it up. I got boiled linseed oil in this one. I got one with boiled linseed oil. I've got one with some old oil in it. So once a day for a week, I'll do this, and then supposed to do it once a week for a month, and then once a year on your birthday month. Pick your birthday month to do it. Oil all your handles, and yes, I do that. All my hatchets, everything with wooden handles, I put boiled linseed oil. I go through probably a gallon of boiled linseed oil a year. Well, I do. I'm trying to put some on the top here. Oh, I threw them away. I've got 3 of these. These things are really nice. If you find any of these little cans, pick them up. If you can't, these little bottles from Dollar Tree, oh, excellent. Work great. All right, let me soak this and come back in a couple days and see what it looks like. All right, guys, check out my junky hammer. Like I said, I had to buy a handle, but I think this is probably, well, I'm not sure now. Can't be a 16 ounce. Hang on a second. This is 24. It could be a 24. But turned out good. I mean, it set real good, swelled real good. It doesn't look like it's set on this, but it's tapered really, really bad right there on the edges, and then it's almost straight up in there. But it's definitely set in there pretty good. I'm comfortable with it. And then while I was at it, I cleaned up this Craftsman chisel, 3/4 inch. It's made by Western Forge. I blued it and then oiled it, and then you don't even have to, I mean, just barely wiped it off. And it's black now. I thought it was going to be bluer, but after it sets, I had the heater set up last night. I had it set at 78, and it's pretty warm up by the roof where my heater's sitting up there in the attic. So it more evaporates than anything. Turned out good though. But the hammer is a no name, and I don't really care. I'm not sure where I got this hammer. I cannot remember now. Doesn't matter. It's a good hammer. Looks like it's was forged pretty good. Not real bad shape. Not like the other ones I was working on. This one's got a real good head on it. It's in good condition. But there you go. Yeah, I bought the handle. I think the head, I probably didn't even have $1 in it. So, is it worth it? Yeah, for me it is. I've got the time, and You know, the handle cost me, what, 11 bucks probably? I know a lot of, you can go out and buy these cheap hammers now for, you know, $10, $15. I think Harbor Freight's got them for 12 something. For me, it'll work. I bring tools back to a usable condition, and I think I did just fine on this. Guys, let me know what you think. Two good junky old tools brought back, I think, to a usable condition. You know, it's all my channel's about, just taking old salvage tools, trying to make them, bring them back usable, not to art pieces. I know there's YouTube channels out there where these guys polish this stuff up, make it look brand or better than brand new. I don't care. Usually if I polish something real highly, it's something I want to keep, or something I'm just practicing on. Most of the time, that's what I do right here. Bring them back to a usable condition. All right, guys, tell me what you think. Subscribe if you like. Let me know your complaints, your comments, anything I'm doing right, let me know. Y'all have a good day.